I'm Barry McDougall. I am Shirley's other favorite son-in-law. I share that privilege with Albert, the other favorite son-in-law. And I want to share something with you that I've known about Shirley for a number of years, and that's that she is very protective of her daughters. And I want to take you on a trip back to 1985. So at the time, I was working in Atlanta, and I was invited to a Christmas party that so happened to be in Long Beach with some friends and associates of mine, both of which were members of the Binnacle Club. For those of you who don't know what the Binnacle Club is, it's a social organization in full support of the liquor industry. So obviously, if there's a Christmas party, there's also a Christmas pre-party. And along one of the stops along the way was going to be a stop at Shirley Smiddle's house, where her and her husband Ben were going to host this pre-party. So when I arrived, the first thing I noticed upon entering was I don't know how to describe it, it was a bar. It looked more like a reinforced steel roadblock with a bar top, upon which was every possible drink you could think of. So thereon, this is the first time I met Shirley. She arrived, introduced herself, and made me at ease, got me a drink, and mentioned that she had a daughter named Michelle. Well, at that time, Michelle was living there, but I think she was 20 years old at the time and didn't happen to be home. So upon my interest spiked in a young 20-year-old beautiful woman that I had not yet met, I decided, well, I'd like to find out a little more. Of course, I got zero information. So that was the first time that I met Shirley, and I didn't really have much interaction with her, either through the Binnacle or otherwise, for about 15 years. 15 years later, I happened to be invited to yet another party, and at that party, it just so happened that it was a Binnacle-sponsored party at the Lake San Marcos Resort. So I had been invited there by one of the Binnacle members, which I was sort of an associate member of myself. And across the pool, I noticed this very attractive 20-year-old lady. Mm-hmm. And I asked my friend, who is that lady with the wine glass? He said, oh, well, that's Shirley Smiddle's daughter. I said, well, I never had an opportunity to meet her. And the thing is that I had to wait 15 years to meet her daughter, and that's how protective Shirley Smiddle is. So I just thought I'd share that with you.